Now that becomes a problem. I'm a little upset, I'm not super upset, but they held my money for months. This wholesaler you see here, this company right here in the framework. Sir, why are you holding my money? You don't have the right. With this property, that was supposed to be me, but that wasn't me, and I was frustrated. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Gene Garan. I'm an investor, contractor, and hard money lender. Today's video, you probably seen the thumbnail. It's flipping nightmares, a property in Debary that I almost got scammed out of my escrow money from a wholesaler. Bear with me as I tell you guys the story, and I promise you're gonna learn from this as you're watching this video so you can get a good understanding from it. I'm gonna give you guys the right framework of how to tackle dealing with wholesalers and also making sure you have attorneys involved. Our attorney dealing with this, and it was very frustrating for several months of our money being held up and we couldn't even buy the property that we wanted to flip. So before we get into this video, I'm gonna show you the house that we're going to buy to fix and flip. Now, this is the property in Debary, Florida. Take a quick look at it of me walking it, doing my assessment for the rehab, which is the SOW, so I know what my scope of work will be for this fix and flip. So let's take a quick look at this as we go around it.
Two doors. One here, main door. This, we have like another bedroom. Bathroom. This is a bedroom here. This is the master because it has an off suite. It's a half off suite. The windows are in condition. This is the room I'm most perplexed about. I'm thinking about making that into the master bedroom, rerouting this somewhere else, and putting the laundry somewhere else. The AC's in good condition. I'll make sure that's not load bearing so we can remove that all the way. Remove all the panels, re-drywall and texture, remove the popcorn, all light fixtures, AC handlers there. Brand new, actually really good condition too. Kitchen's pretty small on the very small side, so we gotta figure out something here because if the fridge goes here, the kitchen is very small. So we gotta figure out a better way to lay out this kitchen because it's very, very small. Got bedroom here. Closets are pretty small. Look at that. Closet's pretty small here. Very small. And the reason why it's like that because they're offsetting the other side with a closet too as well. So they gave you closet here and closet there. That's kind of what they did. So you come here, that's where that has a small closet there and something here. Take all the doors, Gene. The doors need to be changed out. Measure them. Windows are good. Rooms are very, very small rooms. Let me just do a quick foot measurement here. 9 1/4. Let's go from the open door here, 12 1/4. And we have the other room here. This is the biggest of the bunch. Pretty decent size here. Got that cleaned out. So that's the biggest closet of them all. This closet actually recedes in. It's the biggest closet that we have. This takes it for the tour. This is what we have. Gotta figure out what this blow fan is and see what that is. Oh, here's the bathroom. We gotta take this out and redo it. And we're good to go. So we have a lot of tree work that needs to get done. Roof is in good condition. A lot of tree work. Let's go to the backyard. Love my truck. This property has a well, so we gotta get that sorted out. A lot of trees to trim back here. That's gonna be a costly part. Probably about $2,000 to trim this out.
Okay, so for just reference prep purposes, we're supposed to make anywhere between $40,000 to $50,000 on this flip after everything's said and done. Well, lack of, we didn't make that money because we never flipped the property. But that was the game plan. We were looking to start flipping in areas that's up and coming, and Debary is one of those areas. I will still tell you guys to look for flips in that area, and then at the end of this video, I'll show you what the project ended up being. Now, the investor, whoever took over it, did a great job. You'll see at the end of the video. But this is what we're supposed to do with this property. That was supposed to be me, but that wasn't me, and I was frustrated. This wholesaler got the property off the MLS. It maybe was a dead listing that just was canceled, right? Expired listing. And they probably got it from the seller, which I believe the seller, I spoke to the seller, is an investor themselves. They just didn't have the opportunity to fix and flip it because they had so much going on. They want to just wholesale it or sell it to another buyer. Now, this wholesaler talked to the seller, which is an investor like myself, and kind of make some promises and guarantees. Sometimes wholesalers do that. They make these promises and guarantees they sometimes can't keep. Not all wholesalers are bad. Just put this out there. Now, some are bad, some are good. And what happened was, in the middle of trying to renegotiate with the seller, because we gave him an offer and he accepted our offer, but he went back to the table to try to drop the price to he can make more money or make the money he anticipated on making. In the midst of that, the seller decided, well, you're out of contract and I don't want to renegotiate with you. I'm going to finish the property myself. Now that becomes a problem. Houston, we have a huge problem.
Houston, we have a problem.
Now you have my escrow, which I've already given you, and now you don't have an active property to sell. You don't have a marketable property to even sell me. Now this goes on for a couple of weeks of talking back and forth because we were supposed to close at a due date, but that never happened, and we gave some grace period for them to close. Now, this was unbeknownst to us. We didn't know all this was going on in the background. I had a small inkling, but we started doing some further investigation. Now, this title company, I don't like them either because it didn't make any sense, but they probably have some legal grounds there that they have to follow. Understand it, right? So I'll leave that alone. They couldn't sell us a property. They didn't have the rights to sell the property anymore. So what do? They had on their contract that they had the right to hold our money. Now, in all fairness, right? If you held my money for a month and I'm gonna get a deal, I'm not too afraid of that. I'm not tripping too much. I'm a little upset, but I'm not super upset. But they held my money for months to the point where we had to get an attorney involved to deal with it because I was like, the heck with this. I'm not dealing with this anymore. And the attorney started dealing with them. The attorney started talking to their attorney, started talking to title. So many like, hey, we're gonna take you guys to court. So many things. We're trying to get this thing done. And throughout the whole process, they're like, nope, we wanna just keep holding your money. We're gonna hold your money until we sort this thing out. Meanwhile, the investors already demoed the property, cutting the trees, starting the renovation process. There's no way for them to get the property to sell to us anymore. Sir, why are you holding my money? This wholesaler you see here, this company right here in the framework, you don't have the right. So they hold my money the whole duration. I guess they were thinking that we were newbies and that we weren't gonna try to get our money back. We weren't gonna hire an attorney, but they were in for it. So we hired an attorney and they held our money for months. I would say, I think it was like 4 or 5 months. So he's trying to scam us. I say a scammer because why would you hold my money this long and can't sell me anything? They couldn't. So that's what happened to this property because in the middle of negotiating with me and accepting my offer, he went back to renegotiate with the seller. It didn't pan out, seller canceled, and now he can't do anything and he's holding my money. And title's not releasing it because they had that provision in their contract. Which leads me to this. When you're buying from wholesalers, have an attorney read the contract. Have a friend who's on your team who has experience to read the contract, who can thoroughly look at these things. This is why you need a coach. Because if I would have caught that, I probably never done that. Now it's to the point where certain things like verbiage in your contract, like, hey, you gotta scratch this off. We don't agree to this. If you can't give us a property within 3 to 5 days, you gotta give us our money back. If we discover you withheld information like sinkhole, we had the right to go back and sue you. Even if you're saying it's as is, but if you withhold information in the as is, we have a right to sue you. So that means if you have knowledge of it, we have a right to sue you. We want to do clean business. I want to do clean business, but unfortunately, everybody does clean business. So you want to keep track of this, verify this, so you don't get scammed from a wholesaler. And you don't have to go pay attorney fees, because we had to pay a hefty attorney fee. We had to pay some money to get this resolved. So hopefully you found some value in this video. Here's how the property looks now. Subscribe to the channel. I'm bringing you guys valuable content. Let me know what you think. Subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out.